right from the public hearing when it was decided that public in front of hearing on held by collector then North Goa, they decided not to have a plant here because it was written there. Majority of them people opposed that, but still the government has been overruling those kinds of consent of people and reinforcing this kind of a plant. See, without doing much scientific study, people here in this should know that the buffer zone for earlier 250 should be 500 meters, which they have violated. So the tendering process got shut down. Then now they have reduced to 100 tons per day as per new tender and extended the period of operation for 15 years. Earlier it was 10 years. So somehow government is trying to play with the property which was with CCP, and they have to justify that why this property was kept idle. So they wanted that some kind of an because the cover was that it is for the waste treatment plant of Panjim earlier for 10 tons per day. But slowly when one of the committee member was known to me and he said that is only for Panjim because near Kampal it was a lot of garbage was being dumped. So they wanted that parade ground garbage to be shifted to some locality. That time there was no development here. But having known this, the government did not take any action to erect a board. Second, no construction within the 500 meters area should have been manifested by the government, which was not there technically. Now, if you look at here, if the plant comes of 100 tons per day capacity, there is no free transportation of trucks. So this means the road infrastructure is improperly made. The water requirement for the plant will not be able to sustain because it's on the plateau. So some places they have to pump the water, they have to come access water from the PWD or water resource, which is against an issue. After having solved even those problems, where you will dispose the leachate, the tank, because biomethanation plant requires a very slow process. So in that, what will happen? They will use this pit, which was earlier the quarry pit, to dump those leachates, and these leachates will percolate into the groundwater resources of entire area, including Karambolin Lake as well as Talaolin Lake, that side in Golemola Lake. So all the water bodies will get polluted. Farmers' farming issue will get polluted, and it will happen slowly. It's like a slow poison over time, because you will have a kind of a chemicals which will be there in the waste, all because it's a mixed waste. So the liquid waste or something will have some toxic elements which over time will decay, and there is no proper treatment which can take place. Okay, and so this way, if you look at the segregation, the types of other issues will definitely put the people into problem, and air pollution will be there because they will incinerate some of the things. So that will again release the toxic, especially the plastics and something in a way. So no treatment plant in the world is 100% free from any residue. There will be residue. When you have a RDF, where do you sell? Nowadays the cement industry or something which was buying earlier the RDF, even from Saligaon, refused to buy another sacks of RDF because they have not a new technology which doesn't require those kinds of material as an input. So this means you are going to get into the failure of a plant over time. It will be too late for the people and for the environmentalists and even for the healthy living of Goa, especially which is a heritage site, that it should not, the air pollution should not have ions and cations which can affect the walls of the UNESCO heritage site. See, it is going to happen like it happened in Taj Mahal, wherein in near vicinity there has been a plant which was releasing gases, and the ionic on the marble interacted and it spoiled a facade of a Taj Mahal, which was reported. Then the Supreme Court has to come into and bring it to halt. So I think the awareness of the people as well, and you know very well about Saligaon plant, I did not mention. It is also on the plateau, Pilarne, and see what the people down in the village of Pilarne has to say. So they are not able to sleep properly in the night because of the poor quality of the air. Water is contaminated, and also the overflow of the leachate overflow is going to perturb a lot. So to my opinion, at erstwhile then, when the scientific committee has said you can go ahead with the plant because there was nobody in the vicinity, never envisaged that the government will sell or the builders to start building within the 500 meters and let it be secluded. Recently the highway has also come, hospitals have come, schools have come, and all the religious as well as the educational hub has become in Old Goa, commercial hub has become. So it is now in the present context, it is to revisit this plant site and decision and withdraw this decision. Like Honorable Shripad Naik ji, Union Minister, has already said in February, it was published in the newspaper as well, that he is against this plan, and he doesn't like that the public sentiments should be heard by any government. When a senior leader of Bharatiya Janata Party, Shripad Naik ji, can say this, means it has some weightage, and we should look and revisit into it. Whatever may be the context of the portfolio a particular minister may be trying to save, should be not for the personal motive, but for the citizen-centric effort should be made by any government.
So, Mr. Saran, being a scientist,
Yes.
from your scientific point of view, you are saying that this plant is going to be a disaster in the long run.
Yes.
So, that actually I think you had put up at the public hearing.
Yes.
So, why do you think that at the public hearing they rejected the demand
They
of
have not rejected. They have noted down. Still, it is available. But the consent of 99 people objecting to this plant and only 10 of them supporting the plant, when Uday Matkaikar was the mayor of that time. But now if you take the interview of Uday Matkaikar, it will be just the reverse of what.
So, that time he was supporting.
That time he was supporting.
So, that is
But
the reason why the project was approved.
The project was not approved because of that. Project was approved because of government pressure. It kept under abeyance. See, the then collector hold that and wrote in the minutes, if you look at, this much people objected to it in the first. But then environmental clearance from our sister laboratory sitting in a particular hotel room can give the statement without doing the hydrogeology mapping of this area. What are the...
So the hydrology mapping has not been done.
Where is the map? In the EIA report you check, and where is the map? Where it shows the traces of water body below this laterite overhead. Of course, down is a basaltic, so you can't say basaltic will not allow any water to go. So this is laterite area on top. So somewhere in the subsurface traps, which are known as aquifer, the water bodies, the water which is coming from rain, from something, accumulates and then recharges all the well, all
water
the
bodies.
adjoining borewell, everything. So now that pathway should be there. Na? If you have a scientific means, if you don't have equipment, get it and measure it. For the interest of
Mr.
people.
Saran, also there was one committee formed to fight against this project.
See,
so
I have my personal meeting with Professor Kale, Padma Shri Professor Kale, in the Paryatan Bhavan, and he himself is not in favor of any massive garbage treatment plant. He says it's a duty of a people to generate less. It's my duty as a contribution to the citizen that I should generate less waste. I should dispose wet waste in my house itself, in the plants, in the waste, and whatever the solid waste is there by way of paper, plastic or something which is coming, actually avoid plastic. Nowadays the government stringent actions from the industry has not been taken to avoid plastics or thermocol, which takes a lot of time. If that takes, I think there are countries in the world which has actually shut down all the plastics. So such approach, if the government has a will to do it, they can do it for the citizen centric, and if it is not there, they can overrule people's sentiments and make a plan. That's all. Thank you very much.